Nom 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 nom. It's a donut. Adventures, it's Rachel and welcome back to Looking for Adventure Art, and today we have a really fun and easy DIY. I have been finding this super useful. We are making magnetic plates that, for me, hold my bobby pins. If you're a sewer, they could hold your sewing pins, or if you just need any, I don't know, extra change or anything like that, they are always super helpful. I like to mount mine on the wall to save space. But I think that they are so cute. I made mine into a donut. You could always make yours into a watermelon or a softball or baseball or basketball or any object that's round, or you could just paint a pretty design on it. If you happen to be new here, think about hitting that subscribe button down below to see all kinds of awesome tutorials. But I'm not going to waste any time, so let's just jump on in and let's get started. To get started, the things you will need are one ceramic or glass plate, some extra strong magnets, E6000, colorful ceramic paint, and I am using Ceram Coat, glossy Mod Podge, but you can always use matte, and some paint brushes. The first thing that you're going to do is, if you happen to be using a glass plate like I am going to paint the entire thing white. This is going to help make the other colors stand out and really pop a bit. But if you're already using a white ceramic plate, you can skip this step. I want the center of my plate white anyway, so this is always just a really good step for me to do because I am going to be painting a donut. I'm going to do about 2 to 3 coats of this, letting it dry in between, and then I'm going to move on to my next color. After my 2 coats of white paint are dry, I'm going to go in with my brown paint for the donut, and I'm going to paint the entire plate except for a little hole in the center, which is going to be the center of our donut. I am using the top of a mason jar lid to just make a perfect circle in the center. I found this really helpful and easy, so I don't have to stress about trying to draw my own perfect circle. I am again going to do about 2 coats of this so it's nice and opaque, and let that dry. Now I am going to paint on my pink frosting for my donut, and I am going to keep a wavy line kind of uneven around the edges like the frosting has been dripping, and then I'm going to go all the way into that inner circle that we have in the center of our plate. Again, I am going to do about 2 to 3 coats of this so it is really opaque, letting it dry in between. Now we are ready for the final touch of our donut, and that is sprinkles, because no donut could be complete without sprinkles, right? So I'm just going to go in with my purple, yellow, and white paint, and I'm just going to paint on some thin lines in random directions, mimicking as if somebody just decided to toss some sprinkles onto our wonderful donut. And I am only doing 1 coat of this. I'm just kind of trying to make a thick line of paint, and then I'm going to let that dry completely. After your sprinkles and your entire donut has dried, we are going to go in with a nice even coat of Mod Podge, and we're going to put Mod Podge all over our plate and around the edges of our plate, making sure to seal in all of our paint, and then let that dry completely. Now that your Mod Podge is completely dry, you can flip over your plate and we can start to add our magnets. I was going to add my magnets with E6000, but I couldn't get my E6000 open and my boyfriend wasn't home to open it. So I ended up using my 3D gel. You could always probably use super glue, but I really think E6000 is the best thing to use. So just try and use that. Do as I say and not as I do. But I do recommend only doing 2 magnets at a time across from each other, because they are very strong and they will just slide right together, and you do not want that. So do 2 magnets at a time until they are dry and they will not move, and then do 2 more magnets, and then I did 1 in the center as well to make sure that my plate was totally and completely magnetic. And that is it. Your plate is ready to use. It looks super adorable and is ready for whatever tasks you decide to put it through. I I absolutely loved getting to make this. I think that this is just a really useful thing to have around the house. I definitely love being able to just throw my bobby pins on here instead of trying to put it back on the bobby pin card or keep them in a Ziploc bag. And I know my boyfriend appreciates it as well. I do wish though that my plate was ceramic instead of glass and I didn't have to paint the center, but that is okay. It all turned out just fine. But before we go, I do have one last question for you, and that is our question of the day. My question of the day for all of you is, what is your favorite round object or circular object that maybe you would want to paint on this plate? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear all your awesome and random thoughts about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for all the daily updates. And if you happen to make this or anything else on my channel, feel free to email me or tag me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or I don't know, whatever kind of social media is that you guys do, because I want to see it. And don't forget, every day is a new adventure, so come back next time for a new adventure with us.